Well, here we go. And with another lie. And the reason why they have to lie is because they have to project superiority into your mind. They have to constantly project superiority in your mind, whether it's through movies, whether it's through actual life roles that we have here with your job, supervisor, manager, corporate office. Everyone that's at higher rankings are always what? No matter where it's at, unless you own your own business. And even if you own your own business, you still have to report to someone that's higher up over you, like the IRS. And what are they? See, this is them constantly have to project them being superior and you are an inferior race. But that's actually a lie. See, when someone has to constantly do that all the time, whether it's through movies, cartoons, commercials, the environment, social status, whenever someone has to do that all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week on their calendar and clock, it lets you know how inferior really they are. It lets you know how primitive that they truly are. You see? Because, see, we're in a different age. More light is coming into the planet. So all the lies and the deceit and the manipulation and the brutal force the brutal force that is used to inject these lies and deceit into your brain is all now coming to an end. And the only reason why they're able to use these type of forces is because you are afraid of death. Once you feel a little bit of pain, you start thinking about the fear of death. And death is an illusion. Death is only the beginning. This is what you don't get. So let me play this real fast.
General Acacius, there are victories yet still to come.
The two young princes, Gaeta and Caracalla, are portrayed as white, while Denzel Washington, who is black, portrays Macrinus. Both Caracalla and Gaeta and Macrinus were of African origin, North Africa, and in real life they probably would have looked much more similar to each other than they're portrayed on screen. This feeds into a general racial problem that we see in most Roman world movies, where the people who are not in charge are people of color. But actually, in the Roman Empire, particularly at this period, we see that people of color were pretty common throughout the Roman Empire, and they did have roles that were pretty important throughout Rome. In particular, at this period, we have a whole empire, an imperial family that's descended from North Africa on one side and Syria on the other. So certainly the rulers in Rome at this stage are people we would consider brown.
So, and again, like I stated to you, they have to constantly project this superiority into your consciousness because they know that they are the inferior race. In fact, they know that I want to say their creators are the inferior race. And these people, they're not even a race of beings. They're just a species that was genetically modified and created in a lab in a makeshift cul-de-sac. That's how they were created, using fusion, electric fusion, to fuse DNA together. That's not naturally not naturally to fuse DNA together that is not natural together to make one living organism. And this is what took place with them. And guess what? They will make these movies, they will make all these cartoons and commercials and everything to keep this projection of superiority. But in all actuality, we know the truth. It is what it is. There is no way in the world that something that has monkey, fruit fly, wolf, cow, zebrafish, worm, there is muskrat, there is no way that any of those animals possess the intelligence but beyond primitive, beyond the natural order of being a primitive animal. And a primitive animal does what? They focus on food and reproduction. Food and reproduction. Food and reproduction. And look at what goes on in our race, in our communities. What are we focusing on, huh? Food. In order for you to get food, you got to get money. And then what we do, we talk about sex, rap about sex, look at sex all day. Reproduction. But we're not reproducing, we're just reproducing the same toxic energy that we have downloaded into ourselves via this world. See? But the truth is all coming out, and there's nothing that you can do about it. See, the sun is separating us. The sun is separating us. It is separating light from darkness, truth from lies. This is what's taking place on the planet. And see, the one thing about it is, this is a psychological damaging thing to the complex cell organism. To know that at one, you've never been in any type of royalty. You have never been in any type of royalty role other than the roles that you are in right now. This is your royalty role right now. Billionaires, Congress, Senate, President of the United States, CEO of a company, the owner of a football team. This is your royalty roles right here. You've never been in any type of royalty role. In fact, you used to pee and poop exactly where you would sleep at. This is where they say the Moors came in and helped them clean better with their hygiene and cleaning up Europe. But they actually used to poop and pee. They would pee or poop in a bucket and throw it right outside the window. And if you look at the animal in which they love the most, which is the dog, you will see that the dog has the same tendencies. The dog will piss and shit right where it eat at. They have no problem with it. The dog will pee and shit in the same area. See? And that's the same thing that they have. You got to understand why these people, like I said, your genealogy is connected to your psychological state of mind. It's a reason on why they love and value dogs and other animals more than they love and value precious life. Because they have a genetic connection to them. This is why they will sleep with them. This is why they will love them more than they love you. They don't have a genetic connection with you. They have no connection to the cosmos. If they did, then they would see you in a different light. Their genetic connection is directly to animals and species on the planet. Our genetic connection stretched back throughout the entirety of the solar system. Abundance and gratitude to you all.